It'd be the beginning of part 3, the last of this short series. Hope it helps somebody. Lost a U-joint. Did a little damage. I mean, can this be repaired? Yes. Is it best to repair it if we don't have to? No. New ones from Case, still available, by the way, by pieces. That new one's $112 from Case. That was like $46 from Driveline Service. It is Spicer. It is the same freaking part, just a new one. This one we didn't even try to look for. I mean, splines are perfect. It's not damaged at all. This one, I banged it, taking it apart. Other than that, it's in good shape. It looks like the ears are spread out a little bit, but they are not. I have checked it. They even checked it in there. Everything's right where it belongs. I don't know what this piece would have been from Driveline Service, but from Case, that's $265 or something like that. Yeah. So anyway, our total bill at Driveline Service with 2 U-joints and that was $93 and change. It's all Spicer. These are the non-lubricated, or can't grease them, which that's what was in it anyway, just older style. And Kid says he's really getting a lot of respect for these. He says they've had really good luck with them. And I just popped the cap off and looked. I should have videoed that. Underneath this plastic seal, it's at least a 3-rib rubber seal underneath it. We'll get the hand model over here. There. 1, 2, 3, at least 3. 3 rubbers plus the plastic. And something neat that I hadn't seen before. I guess it's been a while since I've changed a U-joint. Those are what you usually use. It says these are the thinnest clips. There's 2 different sizes in here that are thicker, so you get the right fit without having to try to tweak things. We're having too much preload on one and they fail. I mean, on here, the U-joints don't freaking work. It's a straight coupling, so I don't think preload would be an issue, but we're going to do it right anyway. So I'm going to throw it together, and then we'll bring you back and show you what it looks like together and put it in. That part's done. And yep, using the brass clips, they're the ones that are fitting. It's actually bulged out a little bit, but it's in there. Just got this. This one was a little difficult. I think being maybe a little thicker here. I usually push the cups in close to being flush, then I slip the cross in and slip the other cup in. And that didn't work out. I had to push one cup back out. A little over 1/8 of an inch to do any good. You get a joint together like that, by the time you get it pressed enough and get the clips in, most of the time they'll be stiff, as in you can't turn it. So when you got that issue, on this one it's easy. You can just take a ball peen and hit right there. I'll usually do both sides so it's even and it lets those relax. On this one a little harder, and with the damage I did getting it apart and cleaning that up, I didn't want to do that again, so I used the plastic hammer. Beat on it right in here and let it relax. And it's still plenty stiff, but it's acceptable. I mean, they'll should loosen a little bit with time anyway, but as soon as they start spinning it, 2100 RPMs for a little bit, and where they're not working anyway, they're just there. But now the fun part. That's the fun part. I only got 2 hands, so I need my hand model again. As she's chilling her wrist. So I'll bring you back and show you what I get when I'm done. Told you I'd bring you back. There it is. She's going to get it shot with a little brake clean, blown off with a little air, get one of them Earl Shive paint jobs. just because I was going to give it an Earl Shives paint job. I know there's a couple light spots tough. That's one coat plus the rest of the can I had open. I was going to do black, but I'm out of black. That is Case IH Red. Hey, this is going on a case, right? I see I missed a little on there, but tough shit. It's going to work just fine. It's lunchtime, so if I turn the heat up, maybe after lunch it'll be dry enough to put in. Paint's still a little bit tacky, but yeah, I don't think I left any handprints on it. If I did, nobody's going to see it, right? Something definitely to do while that's out of there. Number one got in there and she said she had it cleaned up, but I just got a whole bunch more out. Or on the inside of that, around the outside edge, you can see the footprint where that flange bolts in. But it gets full of dirt all the way around. While it's out of there, get it cleaned up, scrape it, blow it out. I used a short screwdriver so I get in there and get around the edges good. I got in here where the flange sets in. I got out there around the outer part of it. Get all that. Blew what was in around the flywheel bolts out of there. Made a mess doing it, but if you do it now, it's a whole lot easier. Blow the holes out for your bolts too, because by the time you get it out there, you get a little crap in there, and then you got issues. So I'm going to see if I can get it set in there. There's the splines. They're in pretty good shape. I just got some dust on them, but that's been sprayed down with fluid film. I think I'm going to smear a little anti-seize in the end of the coupler, and hopefully everything's out far enough I can get it in. If not, I'll be a little upset, but because if not, right now I'm by myself in here. I can't come to this side and pry the pump back and slip the coupler in at the same time. For all intents and purposes, we're done.
No, we're not.
She says, no, we're not.
Can you pass me the orange handle?
We still have some bolts to tighten, but she wants an orange handle. I'm assuming she wants this pry bar. She's putting the clamps back on the hard lines underneath,
Which is BS.
which is a pain in the ass, especially after stretching everything out to get it far enough out.
One-handed is your horse.
We did get the bolts back in, and they are tight here. We have not finished tightening the flywheel bolts yet. Haven't finished the linkage yet either, because I'll show you. They put longer than long bolts in, and they're long-winded. They got nylocks, and nylocks are kind of wore out. One of them underneath, for some reason, at one point, ended up getting changed to a shorter bolt with a flange nut on it. So that's what we're doing, just like that. That's about 3/8 of an inch shorter than the other bolts, maybe more than that. And that one bolt down there, the only way to take that bolt out of the hole is to take that arm off the shaft, which I don't plan on doing. So I'm going to cut that sucker out of there. Near as I can tell, there's clearance to put the bolt in the other way with the nut to the inside. It just makes it easier taking it apart later. I'm going to do some checking. I'll put the bolt in this top to the handle and make sure that doesn't come up where it's going to hit something.
You're going to come put this nut on.
But I don't think it's going to hit anything. Still got that spring equalizer to put in there yet, and of course put the cover back on, but done is done. It's in. Just a couple little things. If you end up doing this, I ended up just sticking the bar in. Good thing she wasn't up here. I put the block on that side, I stuck the bar in on this side, and just pried it back. Then I had to put a block behind the bar because she ran out of room up here. And did more. We had it out a good 1.5 inches in order to actually get the new one back on. And the worst thing about getting it back on was actually getting it lined up, because I could look in from here, but I couldn't tell for sure where it was on the end, and she couldn't see anything from underneath, and it just finally pretty much fell on. So I hope this has helped somebody. I really do. And, well, it is what it is. It goes south, you got to fix it. That's the original one that was in there from 1984. About 5,000 hours on it before it went. So, and for parts, I went to Driveline Service in Portland, and I know they're not the only ones. There's
Portland,
other,
Oregon.
there's other, yeah, Portland, Oregon. There's other Driveline services around the country. They're all affiliated, and they actually had the centerpiece we needed and the U-joints for, what was it, about $40 less than I could have got just the centerpiece by itself with no U-joints from Case. It's not an uncommon part. It's just that, hey, Case doesn't want to mess with it anymore. So number one, they don't have everything anymore. And number two, what they do have, they're charging the hell out of you for. $93 and change for 2 Spicer U-joints and a Spicer H-yoke. I'm not going to complain about it. Thanks for watching, everybody. And like I said, I hope that helps somebody. 1835, 1835B, 1845, and 1845B, I believe, are all this exact same U-joint assembly. I don't know what they did on the C models. I just know it's different.